ぞ。この音量でいいのか？ちゃんと聞こえるよな？おいらだぞ。この音量でいいのか？ちゃんと聞こえるよな？おいらだぞ。この音量でいいのか？ちゃんと聞こえるよな？
探索に挑戦。冒険者の生活はどうやら性に合っているようだ。
旅行行きたい。どこに行くかなんてどうでもよくて。友達と遊びたいだけなんだけどね。旅人、旅人。おーい。お前、今日ぼーっとしすぎじゃないか？どっか悪いのか？最近ずっと旅をしてるし、体調を崩してもおかしくないよな。 術のところで見てもらおうぜ。
止める勇気はあるか？
あれ、白術のやついないみたいだな。
先生かい？今日は休みだから患者さんが来たら直接奥の部屋にって言ってたよ。
そうだったのか。おばあちゃん、ありがとな。奥の部屋に行こうぜ。お、珍しいな。
お二人ともお久しぶりですね。
こいつなんか最近疲れてるみたいなんだ。あんま眠れてないのかひどい顔してるし、目の下にクマができることもある。それにぼーっとしてることもやたら多くてさ、何度も呼びかけてやっと反応することもあって。へえ、あんたでも体調崩すことが。
確かに
白術、すごく真剣な顔。
顔色は良好、胸膜に異常なし、呼吸は安定。医者としての経験から言えば、あなたの体は健康そのものです。理論上特に問題なく元気に過ごせるはずですが、体を蝕む病には大抵原因があり、治療法も存在するものです。しかし体の外から例えば呪いや巫術などがありますが、こうしましょう。この病室を
安心しろ。精神的な病を患ってる人ならたくさん見てきた。とりあえずここ。
私と長生は精神疲労に関する
まあでも私たちも精神医学の白術と長生にもお前の疲れてるみたい。ぐっすり寝たら 旅人そろそろ起きたらどうだ。お日様も元気に昇ってるぞ。はあ、珍しくオイラの方が早起きだな。もう昼だぞ。傷？寝てる間にどっかぶつけたのか。なんもないぞ。いつもと全く同じだ。怖い夢でも見たのか。まあ落ち込むなって。夢は逆夢とも言うだろ。悪夢を見たんなら楽しいことをしようぜ。そうだ、今日はオイラがおごってやるぞ。食べながら夢のことを聞かせてくれよ。え？霧に包まれた場所にいてトゲに刺される夢を見た？旅してきてこんなこと初めてだよな。それ本当に夢だったのか？お前の話を聞いてるとなんだか夢じゃなく、でもお前が起きた時は間違いなくベッドの上にいたし。よし、じゃあ今日は寝ないでお前の隣で見守っててやる。それかお前を起こして一緒にやっつけてやるぞ。
亡くなったみたいか？
なんか言ったか？
肉体は完全であっても魂が欠けている。このまま放っておけば心が枯れてしまうだろう。
うわー、びっくりした。お前は覚えてるぞ。タルタリアの師匠だよな。確かなんだっけ。そう前に会ったのはフォンテーヌの原始大会でだったよな。あとタルタリアがお前を探してたぞ。どうして万民堂にいるんだ？おいら
いえ、警戒心が強いな。まあそれも無理はない。店主、酒を一杯。
ああ、ちょっと待ってくれ。はいよ、自家製で度数は控えめだ。
ウさん、チコ魚焼きを追加で。
ああ。はあ、こんなに客が入ると分かってたら神格を休ませなかったんだが。
お前の問題に関与するかしないか、もし助けを必要とするなら早めに言え。この近くで軽度のお前の魂は欠けていて、傷口にはアビスに侵食され。
アビス乱流？どうするんだスカーク。こいつさっきアビスに確かにそうだな。スカークってかなり怪しいやつだけど、タルタリアの花。
1、2、7、10。さて、そろそろ結論は出たか？
私が見たのは霧で満ちた真っ暗な空間で、
スカーク様、オイラたちが知ってることは全部話したし。
その空間の霧を払うことはできなかったか？ああ、事情は理解した。後で桐原に来い。酒代はテーブルに置いておく。一緒に
任せろ。ってあれ、もういなくなっちゃっ
ん？多いな。 モラは
あれ、これはお酒の分だ。
酒？お前、
いやいや、忘れたのか？途中からオイラたちと同じテーブルに。
そうだったか？そこに。
師匠、料理に変。
そんな、お前もかよ。見てなかったのか？これぐらいの背丈で白と紫の服を着た女の。
ああ、そう言われるとそんな気がしてきたな。酒樽も開けた覚えがあるし、忙し。
こっちもお勘定。
はいよ、ただいま。
どういうことだ？みんなスカークが来たことを忘れてるみたいだぞ。お酒の代金を渡されてなかったらオイラも見間違いだったんじゃないかと思ってたところだぜ。考えたら背筋がゾワゾワしてきた。桐原に来いって言ってたよな。早く行こうぜ。
長年ギャングをやってきた経験から言わせてもらうと、使い慣れない武器を手元に置いとくのって丸腰でいるよりはるかに危険なの。
集めてるみたいだぞ。近づいてみようぜ。
無情を焼き尽くす。
集めてた。そう、それだ。
強い力を持った生物は霊道に生まれた瞬間よりこの世界に影響を与え始める。たとえ死んでもその影響が完全に消えることはない。魔人こそその最たる霊だ。何千年も前に地へ落ちた魔人の残骸は今なお大地の奥深くに埋もれている。歪んだ意志と深い呪いを宿したままな。それらが集まること。何をしている？
いや、なんでもない。お前が実在するのか確かめたかった。触れたぞ。ってことは幽霊じゃないのか。
自分の命が危ないというのにそのようなさまつなことを気にするとは存在感を消す秘術だ。見た者の記憶を瞬時に消す。お前たちと違い私は世界とのつながりを持つつもりがない。力なき人間に私を記憶する資格などないし、むしろ彼らにとっては忘れてしまった方。本題に戻ってもいいか？
何の話だっけ。あ、そうだ、魔人の残滓。ここの魔人の残滓が弱まってるって。オイラたちの経験だと魔人の残滓ってどれも悪いものだぞ。そのせいでいろんな災いが引き起こされたしな。
人間の目にそう映っているだけだ。そして力とは突如として生まれるものでも理由なく消えるものでもない。その力は何者かによって奪われたのだ。ああ、察しがいいな。お前のように奪われた被害者はあまたといる。スメールの砂漠に一夜にして大量の生害獣の死体が現れた。また魔人の残滓は相手の狙いの一つに過ぎない。この世界のあらゆる力が多かれ少なかれ流出している。
空にある星屑を含め。
この数ヶ月の間で42の星が消えた。カーン・ルイヤでは空にある星屑は地上の強者とつながっていると。しかし今多くの星が消えた。何者かがずうずうしくもこの世界から吸い取っているのだ。まるで今回奪われたのは魂のかけらです。さてな。ただこれだけは、そのものはありとあらゆる力を吸収し、今や魔人と並ぶほどの力を。
お前。
互いに利があるだけだ。私も相手の正体を突き止めるのにお前。
やったぞ。お前って強いんだろ。それにアビスに詳しいみたいだし。お前。
礼はいらない。お前にとっては思いがけない災難だろうが、ただそれを元の私と関係を築くのは必ずしもいいことではない。覚悟しておけ。私たちは同じ道を歩むものではない。私はお前を利用して情報を収集し、ついでにそのなくしたものを取り戻す。それだけの話だ。私の言葉を覚えておけ。さあ。
うわぁ、協力するって言ってくれたからちょっとは仲良く。そっちがその気ならこっちだって歩み寄らないからな。よし、冷凍スミレウリにしよう。冷たい態度を取る方が悪いんだぞ。とにかく今はお前の魂のかけらを取り戻。
君に捧げよう。
場所に出たな。ここってどこなんだ？
私が生活している場所、つまり家だと理解してもらって構わない。ああ、ここに連れてきたアヤックスがお前たちに話したかは知らないが、あいつもかつてこのような場所に迷い込んだことがある。そこで私はあいつを3ヶ月間しごいてやった。だが外界の時間にすると。
アヤックスってタルタリアのことだよな。確かにそんなこと言ってた。ここの1ヶ月は外の1日と同じ。つまりここにいれば。
そういうことだ。外にいればいつ襲われるかわからないからな。それにここなら時間を得られる。残る問題はあと一つ。お前が見たという霧に包まれた空間について調べることだ。お前の説明も私が感知したアビス乱流も、その奇妙な空間がアビスとお前の魂のかけらを奪った犯人は今もそこに潜んでいるはずだ。しかしそれにはアビスの力による特殊な視野が必要だ。アビスの力の使い方を学んでは、アビスの力の使い方を学ぶつもりはあるか？だろうな。お前の知り得る情報では、アビスは決して友好的なものではない。その力は凶暴かつ危険で、あまたの災いをもたらしてきたと思っているのだろう。
違うのか？
物の見方はだが、今はお前の心情を私の力が込められたアビスの結晶だ。
無根。
魂が触れたアビスの力の無根道長により。
ああ、わかりやすい作戦だな。
今回は状況が特殊だ。さっき念のためお前。
お前がこいつを鍛え。じゃあ今度からタルタリアのことを先輩って呼ばなきゃだな。
好きにしろ。私はお前たちを弟子にするつもりはないがな。お前は現時点でそこそこの力を持っている。故に雑談はここまでにしよう。準備ができたら来い。外界と比べて時間に
また行っちゃったぞ。修行か。最後によっスカークのやつ。前に男性のクジラは師匠のペット。
準備はできたか？
おう、いつでもいいぜ。
これより始める修行は剣術。まずは剣術から始めよう。長い旅の中で。
そうだな。ガイア、ジン団長、国生、それからカズハにアヤカ。そいつらと腕比べしたり剣術に
喜ぶのはまだ早い。剣術とはただ技を極めるだけでは不十分だ。人体に例えると流派は骨格、すなわち枠組みや土台となるものだ。そして技はその剣術が上達する過程は人間の成長とよく自分自身を見つめ直せ。これまでの経験を振り返り、そうすることで。
なんかすごい技を教えてくれるのかと思って。
お前の力が限界を超えた時、それが最もさまつな技だと気づくだろう。その力を得る過程に近道はない。私が伝えられ、意識を集中させ、最速で全ての小虫を破壊してみろ。
おいら目が回りそうだぞ。大丈夫か？
落ち着け。慌てるな。
落ちて。やっせふっはっふっ落ちて。はっちゃとはっやっせはっ落ちて。こうせとふっはっやっせはっふっ
この瞬間お前は永遠を手にする。
健康よ、世の乱れを切り尽くせ。
これまで見てきた技を考えろ。表面的なものではなく、彼らが剣を振るう時の速度、技術、力、それらを
ちょっとしたトリック。波の花畑に舞い降
刹那の光は世を照らし、一様にて秋を知る。拙者がこの楓の葉で壁を切り開き、
疲れても止まるな。代わりに心を空っぽにしろ。その状態のまま剣を振れ。無駄な動きを排し、剣を腕の延長とみなして自在に操るんだ。
名月や夜をどっぽす傍らに悪竜バスもまた一挙。コカオーギサイウルコウ。
雫が羽を湿らせて一瞬で消えてしまうのに、白鷺は水に踏み入れただけでなぜ恨み事を吐くのでしょう。稲妻神里流太刀術免許開伝。
新たな剣の境地を得られたようだな。
やったー。お前ならきっとでき。
どうだ今の感覚は。それもそうだろう。修行中時間はすぐに過ぎ。
すっごく集中してたから声かけられなかったけど、おいらはもう何回も寝てるぞ。
今は寝るといい。私もそろそろ休む。それに夢でまた霧の空間に行ってくれれば。たった一瞬の悟りを得る。
ク、どうしてまた学校をサボったの？
あのデカっぱなじいさんの授業ちっとも面白くないんだもん。あの人の授業なんて受けたくない。
もう先生をそんな風に言っちゃダメでしょ。
まあまあ、学校の勉強はもう全て終えてるんだし、必ずし。さて、昨日はどこに行って。
ダイビングだよ。水の底にあんな大きな魚がいるなんて思わなかった。ずんぐりむっくりしててのろまで。ヒレを触ったら今日は北の草原に行くつもり。
はっは。じゃあ父さんもその鳥を1羽見つけておかないと。
大丈夫だよ。ご飯の。
ちょっと何か羽織っていきなさい。もうあなた、あの子を甘やかしすぎよ。商船が来て以来ずっと外に行くって言って聞かないんだから。
心配なのはわかるが、子供には好きなことをさせてやるのが一番さ。ほら、一緒に。
我が上にある星ずっと続く高い山。私と同じように早く大人になりたい。お腹すいた。
誰もここから逃がすな。
子供たちだけは。
なぜこんなことが。
来たぞ、奴らだ。逃げろ。
排除する。やれ。
大丈夫よ、大丈夫。
こっちだ。もう間に合わないわ。
火事？あちこち燃えてる。
だからよそ者なんて信用するなって言ったんじゃないか。
なんでよ。私、美味しい料理と酒を振る舞い、美しい景色を案内して。
逃げろ。
奥第3エリアの相当と
やれ。うっは渾身を。よし。あの一番男の足を打ち悪あがきさせないためにも未開の野蛮人でもあと数分生かしてやれ。
お父さん、お母さん。
スカーク、無事だったのね。よかった。
ああ、嬉しいよ。また会えて。でも早く逃げるんだ。あいつらがもうすぐ来る。ここは危険だ。
何があったの？こんなに違う。お父さん、お母さん。
ここだ。他の部隊にも包囲するよう伝えろ。
スカーク、走りなさい。誰も信じて。私たちは死ぬことなんて恐れない。とても賢くて何にでも興味津々ね。
もし父さんたちに会いたくなったら、この曲を覚えておきなさい。命は輝くべきものだ。暗闇に押しつぶされちゃいけないよ。
ドアを壊せ。こんな状況でくだらない楽器をいじる余裕があるとはな。お前もだ。歌うのをやめろ。やめろと言っている。
が覚めたか？お前が休んでいる間に手がかり、今度は元素力に関するものだ。準備ができたら私のところに来てくれ。
なあ、深淵の中って昼も夜もなくて時間の感覚が狂ってくる。でも不思議なことにお腹は
私の考えでは、まずは武器の理解を深める段階。次にテイワットにおいて自然エネルギーは私の師であるテイワット大陸の元素力は鋭いな。ただ私は業に従っているだけだ。アビスとこの世界の意志は相入れない。不要なトラブルを避けるため、私はアビスの力で氷元素を模している。これはカーン・ルイヤの遺跡で学んだ邪の七変という技術でな。もし今後お前がアビスの力を学びたくなったら教えてやろう。ああ、その話は聞いたことがある。だがそれあまり考えたところで仕方ない。まずはその元素力を鍛え、成長とは。さあ始めよう。風の力を使い、ここをきれいにしてみる。
消えるんだ。
よく観察することだ。戦場では使えるものを全て駆使し、勝利の天秤をこちらに傾かせることが何より重要になる。
風と共に去れ。
水の力を使ってトゲを破壊しろ。急げ。それらがお前を突き刺す前に夢の中の自分を超えろ。同じような傷を二度と負うな。
はっ
お前は自分が特別だと認識すべき。神の目に依存せず元素力を、つまりお前は神に認めてもらう必要がなく、その力はこの世ゆえにお前は堂々と。よくやった。どうやら元素力に関しても新たな無我の境地に至るまで修行に没頭していたか。元素力を使い今日のところは休め。
塔、象形、像、家族が消える恐怖こそが真。お前はすでにその感覚を二度も言わせるな。
でも師匠、腕がちぎれそうだ。もう
ちぎれる気配などちぎれようとも触れ。骨が折れる音を俺に聞かせろ。折れたら俺がよくやったスカ。それはお前がアビスになじ血肉が崩れ経絡は引き裂く。お前の才能はしかし今のお前はまだ強者と呼ぶに無駄な感情を起きろスカーク。顔の血を拭え。壊死した肉を切り取り損壊した部分を
師匠、おはよう。よく眠れたか？準備ができたら最後の修行を始めるって。今すぐ始めるか？それとも
これまでの修行でお前の剣の腕は飛躍し、私が教えたことはほんの一部に過ぎない。次は状況判断。準備はいいか？悪くない。隙のない慎重な防御だ。まるでお前の兄のようだな。そういう
ずるいぞ。
相手が卑劣な手を使った時、それを非難することはできる。戦闘の最中、興奮、面白い言い方だ。だがお前は始めよう。これが最後の修行だ。気を引き締めて。次は私の妨害を加えてもう一度やる。動揺しないよよくやったな。予想を上回る結果だ。分かってきたようだな。感情を制御するコツはまず思考をコントロールすることだ。
その心には迷いがあまりにも多すぎる。無駄な感情を封じ、弱き自分を殺し、その体の真の主となれ。
そこまでだ。雑念だがそれも仕方ないだろう。人間は長時間集中するの。これ以上の修行は無意味だ。一旦休む。己の限界を超える。
まさかあの恐ろしい巨人を倒すなんて、さすがスカーク先輩。
でもそのせいで重傷を負ったって。
ええ、でもまだ怪我も治らないうちから剣の師匠もかつて腕と足を1本ずつ失ったそうですが、乗り越えたと聞きますし、スカーク先輩はどんどん師匠に似てきてますね。
ああ、いつになったら師匠やスカーク先輩みたいに冷静。
まだだ、まだ足りない。お前は強者と呼ぶには程遠い。
スカーク、勇敢でどんな困難にもくじけない人になれたかしら。
ねえ、覚えてる？あの炎で亡くなった大勢の命を。あの中で生き残ったのはあなただけなのよ。
剣から目をそらすな。お前に休む資格などない。
知りたいことがたくさんあるんだ。船に乗って宇宙を探検して。
これが終わったらお前は過去の自分に別れを告げ、走りなさいスカーク。死が訪れるまで。
どうしようかしら。まずあなたに天外の人って名乗るのもおかしいし、あなたもカーン・ルイヤのことわざを知ってるでしょ。
この星に来た以上
そう言ってもらえてよかった。それなら私もただ力を磨き、彼女の存在を無視し続けたら。
お腹すいただろ。じゃじゃーん。ひひ、そう言うと思ったぜ。スカーク、もう何日も経ってるからな。料理の腕に。
雑談は食後にしろ。さっさと食べるんだ。
お腹いっぱいだぜ。今度はオイラが寝る番だ。出発するとき。
いい知らせが2つある。1つ、修行は以上だ。お前は力を扱うし。2つ、裏で糸を引いアヤックスは私との修行中に聞きたいことが山ほどあると言っていた。私たちがまた会えるとは限らない。
あなたは。
最初から予想外の質問。
ごめんなさい。無根道場をしている間。
あの秘術がもたらす弊害なら知っていた。故に心を閉ざしていたのだが、たとえ無根道長してもお前に。まあいい。どこかにほころびがあったのだろう。ここ最近特殊な状況にあっただ。見てしまったのなら仕方ない。だが私はテイワットの人間ではなく別の星から来た。お前と同じように星。
じゃああなたは。
それについては否定する。この世界の運命。数百年前、私の師であるスルトロッチが世界の境界を開いてくれ。しかしここは私の居場所ではない。いつかは広大な宇宙に戻る。
あなたがテイワットに来た
強くなるためだ。ある事情から一刻も早く師匠に追いつく必要があってな。 それにはまず彼の強さの源をゆえに、師匠が歩んだ道をたどりながら彼に勝つ方法を探している。それが今の私にとって最も大事なことだ。最後の
そんな簡単に言わないでくれ。あの剣いる探し続けてもう何年も。
聞きたいことは、
タルタリアがあなたのことをずっと探してるけど。
アヤックスか。あいつはお前とは違う。故に私がお前に施した指導は些細なものに過ぎない。だが弟子入り子は憧れを抱く人のことを無意識に真似する。しかし長い目で見たとき、それは彼の成長を妨げるものだ。あいつに十分な力が備わったら会いに行こう。それまでは私に会うことを目標に鍛錬に励んでもらうつもりだ。お前たちと違い、私は世界との仲間を起こしてこい。そうだ、私のことは
やっと出発するのか。これからどこに行くんだ。
Just follow me. I'll open an abyssal rift close to the culprit's location. It will take us to where he's hiding.
Right.
Near the chasm, right?
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place from your dream. You have some experience with abyssal domains, but...
Don't worry. Paimon's an expert. Oh, but, that means...
All right. Remember... What are you two doing? Dusty, like an abandoned house. Let's press on.
Oh, looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his hiding place? Ugh, this fog is making it impossible to see anything!
This should be the place where you were attacked, Traveler. The missing part of your soul should be nearby. Can you sense where it is? Our opponent must have...
Hold on! Look! The spikes are back!
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some wiggle room. Our enemy took part of your... From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see. There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got...
In the Gwali Plains, you asked me why this enemy chose you as his target. Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength is impressive, whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to do something that should have been completely... Namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No, he couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew... Call it fate, if you want. I believe that's the... In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, I'll cope. Well, done gorging... Good. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
The all-devouring narwhal? Oh, of course!
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own. You're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. That alone proves you wouldn't be able to defeat a creature like that. Which leaves one possibility. You know my master, the Foul, Sertologi.
The Foul? Dares call him Foul?
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew? You're struggling to hold a basic conversation.
Just a little longer. I'm still...
Look! It's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit. Keep calm and use reason to Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after a single battle. You've got your soul fragment back, so we both got what we came for. Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead the way this time.
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place. But weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw could swallow a planet whole. It's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best. It can extract power from anything, dead or alive, as long as it manages to make physical contact.
Yeah. When we had our run-in with that thing, Rivulet mentioned that it has an instinct to devour.
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state, so it's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. That's when it's... But I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, exactly. It told me. And I believe that brings our trend...
No way!
This isn't my first...
But what if that monster... Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like... So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does
it? Fair enough. Then take this. A bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I know that. I'll leave the planning to you. Hurry up and decide where to go.
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. Paimon gets the feeling Skirk wouldn't like being around a lot of people. Oh wait! Baishu said we could rest in the back room of the pharmacy, didn't he? Let's head there! Huh. This bag from Skirk has a ton of Mora in it. Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? It would go something like... I'll be collecting my paycheck. Oh, sure thing. Wait, who are you? Have we met? Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did you do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble. Nothing untoward. It's safe to use.
Ah! You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss. I wouldn't be surprised if the sound of it traveled to the nearest mountain.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's little, joke earlier?
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. She didn't say that at all. It was, a Paimon lookalike. Yeah, she's a piece of work. Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much at the start, but things are different now.
Ugh. I noticed there was only one bed. Go ahead and get some rest.
Wait, what about you?
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me regain some strength.
But your shoulder... Hey, don't just leave! Ah, whatever. Let her tire herself out. Let's get some sleep, Traveler. That comfy bed is calling, Paimon.
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
Run, Skirk. Run! Only death awaits.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. That was... Wait, Skirk? Have you been
About 60%. Maybe 70.
Whew! Paimon thought it would take at least a couple of days. That was fast.
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different. No, I think I need to meditate for the next 2 days.
Ooh, sounds intense. We'll watch over you.
Thanks.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Be right back.
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as the threshold between the soul and dreams. This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space covered in darkness. I only managed to illuminate a small portion for you back then. Actually, it's my first. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. I guess that's why I can speak again, too. Call it fate if you want. Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to ever come here, so... Oh, you noticed. This river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of... But, as you can see, this river has been severed numerous times. It's because Skirk doesn't like who she was in the past, when all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who she was. She cuts through water and rock with the sword of reason, severs her connection with the past, and begins anew.
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form.
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall,
The answer to one mystery invites... Let's follow the river up... I've always thought that, even when falling leaves don't come from the same tree, they can still form like meteors. You both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first noticed your presence, although she hesitated for a moment, she still chose to walk away, indifferent as ever. Seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as a trespasser in this world. She's made a conscious choice to avoid altering its path. But the reason for that decision stems from events much earlier on in her life. Let's keep going.
Now have what it takes to wield immense power. From this day forth, I shall teach you no more. No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you fangs and claws. Now, you must learn to hunt.
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed. Make new friends. Embark on your own journey, and piece together a new future from the shattered remnants of your past. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild, and reduce it to ashes. Just like the fire that haunts your mind.
Why do you do that?
I have told you before. Fear is the catalyst for human evolution. You have tasted loss. You have known fear, so deep it can be felt in the bones. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. And thus pain dampens over time. and the acrid taste of fear becomes but a distant memory. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul Sertologi, looked like at one point in time. Of course, as a higher, he could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you see him in here, clad in abyssal armor, is the one he usually wears when traveling through the stars.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps, walk the path he once walked, and somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sertologi is terrifying. The scope of his power is impossible to understand. We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk, when she first began training under Sertologi.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to train twice as hard. No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner sympathy through tears is a habit of the weak. A pitiful, useless ploy.
Can I ask a question, Master? Why did you save me? I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like this.
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. So, I will teach you everything I know. Train you by whatever means necessary, in the hope that one day, you might surprise me.
But I don't want to draw my sword against you, Master.
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint murmurs that disappear into the void. You of all people know that well.
Yes, Master.
From that day forward, after some time, her talent bloomed, and she gained control over her emotions, like her master. How should I put it? It was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart, but that reason came to dictate all she was allowed to feel. I suppose it was at this point that she became the Skirk you know today. We're nearly there. I almost don't want to reach the end. These are Skirk's happiest memories. What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky. The sun bathed everything in golden light. This is Skirk's homeland. She was so curious about everything as a child. Always skipping school to go exploring instead. There was so much to discover. The treasures at the bottom of the sea. The secrets beyond the stars. And that merchant ship packed with adults wearing those strange clothes. Yes, the ship. That was the beginning of the end. It was a spaceship. When it arrived, the people that disembarked wore smiles on their faces and spoke of friendship. They claimed Skirk's parents, her relatives, her neighbors. The planet. To them, the visitors were guests and should be treated with hospitality. No one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, an army of unknown origin arrived without warning and carried out a ruthless campaign to... Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate wave of destruction. Countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved. Friends and relatives. The little girl who lived next door. The shop owner with the bad leg. The bad-tempered teacher she had made fun of just that morning. Their lives were discarded like worthless trash as the fire consumed one life after another. Skirk was helpless. All she could do was run. And so she did. She kept running until an unexpected figure crossed her path. If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. And there she would have remained. Because she and her people were seen as a threat. As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Yet there was evidence of human activity, even during the periods of extreme heat or cold in the past. Further research revealed that, over time, the people, for that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat. Senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. Perhaps it was their own innocence and kindness that doomed them. But if those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust. No one wants to relive their most painful moments. Well, that brings us to the end of the story. This is as far as we can go. Skirk is waiting over there. For both of us. Let's go to her. It's time to fulfill my purpose. And my greatest wish over all the...
So all this, just so you could bring her here?
I have things to say to you. Well, to me. I want someone to witness our reconciliation. Even if it takes her suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses of her mind. Stifled by reason. All those rejected impulses. Those discarded aspects of your past selves. That I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long. So, I came to face you instead.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And that's exactly why I keep you locked here. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing are when we are most vulnerable. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The vastness of the universe renders everything insignificant. Our feelings most of all.
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to mean erasing everything. Strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses, emotions like kindness and empathy, and what makes you any different from the ruthless soldiers who slaughtered our people?
The difference is that I'm doing what is right, what is necessary. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest kindness I can offer. I have shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far. It made me who I am. It made me strong.
That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things together. On the grand scale of the entire universe, maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Emotion gives warmth to the cold expanse of space. It gives meaning to the world around us. Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars, those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back, and let them grant you peace. A brief respite from the pressure you put on yourself.
That isn't what we need.
Exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal this time?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find.
Then look around. Look at your inner world. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity, and in doing so, you lost your original motivation. You severed all connection to who you used to be, so you can no longer draw strength from your past. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these cannot take you far enough. And so...
And you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you?
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, we had to distance ourselves from the pain through reason over emotion. But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep down, you know that you didn't turn out to be the person you wanted to be. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore. So even if you can't accept me, I hope, at least, that you can let go.
Keep thinking. Maybe it would be better if I had died.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive.
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there. I'm ready to see them all.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always sang when we went out to fetch water. Dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. But if this is your wish, then I will carry you with me until the end.
Thank you.
I should be thanking.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memories then. I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be... That's why, after hearing his... An idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would... But that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Sertologi, is, at the core, a defier of all... Yes. Although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He said, I know. And it's not something I want. But Master never goes back on his word. I have to treat everything he says as a promise. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most of them are simple greetings, or an answer to one of my questions. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've built to pieces. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear, just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. And for that reason, the pursuit of strength consumes every moment of my life. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me? Why? This isn't your fight.
Oh, you're finally awake! Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and finds you both unconscious? Oh, you scared Paimon half to death. You're both okay, right?
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the past. I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight.
Okay. So, but whatever. Paimon brought back tons of delicious snacks. Let's dig in.
All right. It's about time we finished what we started.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested it, the good news is, we have...
Rev the engine!
The fog is gone! Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he... Really? So, you're telling Paimon that giant whale and this guy can both turn into the fowl? How does that work?
It's a subconscious instinct. And to them, he represents...
Okay. Oh, the closer Paimon looks, the more intimidating it gets. Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us. He won't have the nerve to steal again after we're done with him. Let's teach this guy...
Haven't forgotten your training, I hope. haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle. Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, you deliberately channeled your power into me, knowing that it would do such power, such keen battle instincts. So, you must be...
Skirk, Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been? How long has he been away from Tevat?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry. It's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skofnungar, a friend of your master and one of his followers. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But...
100? Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it?
Of course. Might as well. I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son, I was set to inherit our title. But I contracted an incurable illness as a child, and everyone gave up on me. I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all of my peers. But it was all in vain. When other people looked at me, all I saw in their eyes was pity. Over time, my heart hardened, and I became aimless. That was the point where I met your master, Sertologi. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to... Yet, he always wore a smile on his face, as if kindness and malice were one and the same, and he could not see the difference. I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive. Even if it's a losing battle, it should light a fire under you. How can you sit back like this and go down without a fight?
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something, and he inspired me to keep going. When we sparred together, it was the first time I'd actually felt the thrill of combat. When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like there was nothing in this world he couldn't accomplish. When it came to the human form, he was always intent on pushing the boundaries of possibility. But somewhere along the way, I fell behind. My talents were nothing compared to his, and at some point, I realized he had pulled so far ahead. After
After his grand endeavor was successful, he sought me out and said to me,
"This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I have just refined to break the curse of immortality for you. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent."
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger. Maybe I'll finally catch up to you one day, and we can spar like we used to.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Your body, or rather, your soul, might not be able to withstand this curse. Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality, and wish to experience a good sparring match before you wither away, seek out my disciple.
Disciple? Never thought I'd hear that word coming from you.
Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe, and bring her to Tibet. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong.
Well...
all Vedifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds pretty impressive.
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple.
Still self-assured as ever, I see. But you're not wrong.
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you are serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea. As I've said before, walk whatever path you want. Freedom.
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by Sertologi. In its weakened state, I was able to cut off part of its flesh and sew it into my own heart.
Your heart? That sounds like torture. How did you even survive that?
Because, of course, I bear the curse of immortality.
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into a vessel for power. Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. With your body and soul constantly at the breaking point. But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead, you stole something that didn't belong to you, and it backfired.
You're right. I should have known better, but I miss your master.
After the beating...
Sertologi's disciple. That's a lot to live up to. It can't have been an easy experience. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you to catch up to him, all the while standing ever out of reach. We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher we have to climb, or when we will see the sun again.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather a defeat without regrets.
Oh?
Since you're his friend, you must have... First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that spike. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel joy and passion emanating from your blade. It was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world.
Interesting. I'm certain I didn't express those emotions outright. Yet you were able to read them from my blade, like a glimpse into my inner world. You're right. That battle brought me an unbridled sense of joy, and my defeat brings me no regret whatsoever.
Exactly. I think Master also craves a battle like that. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and transcend his own limits. A battle to end all battles, after which all can come to an end, including, perhaps, his life. For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose, one goal: to complete himself. It's one of the secrets to his strength.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps that is his goal. What a battle that would be. Oh, to witness such a...
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. The curse of immortality allows it all to coexist, but it does not remove the pain. I won't be able to hold on to my sanity for much longer. What a shame. I would have loved to witness that battle. Sertologi once offered to free me from this curse. Now, I must ask that of you, Skirk. Can you release me from the pain?
I can, but not through death, if that's what you are hoping for. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness, along with all the power you've consumed, and smash it to pieces. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is complete, you will be back to who you were before, no longer tortured by powers you can't control. But it will be a time-consuming and painful process. The decision is yours to make.
I accept. And who knows? Perhaps I'll wake up in time to witness your great battle with Sertologi. I have faith that you'll be able to stand against him one day. Though I know it'll be a long and arduous road. If we are climbers in the dark, it appears the dawn has finally broken for me. But your ascent continues.
I will reach the top of this mountain, and you, Skofnungur, will be my witness at the end of all things.
It's finally over. Let's get out of here. Huh. At least we don't have to make a mess. Once again, we've proved there's nothing we can't overcome. We're just... Wow, you sound even more confident than usual. Guess you really have become stronger. Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, that reminds Paimon. The stars you mentioned, the ones that died out, are they back now?
Yes. The power Skofnungur stole has been returned. So, the stars have regained their light.
Great! Huh, it's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone. There are so many stars in the sky. If a few disappeared, Paimon definitely wouldn't be able to tell.
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon this sky for centuries. The false stars, hanging in the meticulously planned sky, glittering with rotten light. It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it. Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day, whether of our own volition or not. Time marches ever forward. Even the innocent and naive will taste life's bitterness. Yet though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable. One can only wonder, what is it going to take for kindness to reign supreme in the vast expanse of the universe?
Ugh. This is all going over Paimon's ever since we met. She has filled Paimon's days with happiness. No matter how tough things get, she always finds a way to make it better. If it's too big a job for one person, then we'll do it with two. And if two's still not enough, then three. We've met so many amazing friends and accomplished so many amazing things. As long as we don't give up, we can make any wish come true.
I suppose when it comes to you, anything is possible. Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I need more. I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Or maybe we'll reunite on a different planet entirely. Regardless, reunions, one without war. For this, we must all work to become... If that's what you want to call me, I won't object. Goodbye.
Bye! Is it just Paimon, or is she being nicer than before? Hey! What do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can...
I do love Spina di Rosula's logo. It was designed by my mother. Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
Astra Abyss. Thank you for completing today's commit. Ad Astra.
My time with the Spinas taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
love Spina di Rosula's logo. Signed by my mother.